channel. I'm so happy that you're here, and I'm super duper excited for this week's video because, as you guys can tell by the title, I'm filming a week in my life, except for Michael and I did a little road trip with Bentley to Arizona. And so we have so many different fun things planned for this week. So I'm super duper excited to go ahead and take you guys along. Today is currently Sunday. Pretty much Michael and I left Southern California, where we're from, yesterday. I want to say we left around like 8 or 9 in the morning, and it only took us around 5 hours to get here. So we got here around 2 yesterday, and we kind of checked into our Airbnb, settled in, and kind of just, we did like a little bit of grocery shopping, went to Target, went out to eat. So it was kind of just like a settle in and like recover from a road trip, just because Michael and I have never been on a road trip before. So this was like our first experience, like driving from one state to another. And it wasn't super long because it was only 5 hours. So it wasn't super duper bad, but I was definitely exhausted by the end of it. So I didn't really film too much yesterday, but it has been so fun and so nice. I absolutely love Arizona so far. Like, I just think it's so pretty. I love like the desert vibes. Like, it's just absolutely beautiful. So I already love it out here. We don't have too many things planned. I know I'm gonna go grab coffee at this one coffee shop that I found that looks super duper cute online. And then I believe Michael, Bentley, and I are all gonna go to a state park. First things first, I just got back from the coffee shop and it was literally so cute. But before we get into that, I wanted to address something. I was looking at the footage of the intro clips and stuff that I kind of filmed while I was at the coffee shop, and I noticed that the CC cream that I'm currently wearing, it's either a CC cream or a BB cream by e.l.f. I can't remember what it is. I don't think I color matched it well. Like, it kind of looks like it doesn't look as bad when I get really close, but like when I go far away, like you can tell whatever I'm wearing doesn't match me. So in case you were gonna comment like, do you guys think she knows that it doesn't match? I do know. And am I still gonna wear the CC cream that's not my shade? I am. Okay, but anyways, like I was saying before, I wanted to put that disclaimer in. I just got back from the coffee shop that I went to visit. It's called Steadfast Coffee. And guys, it was literally so good and so cute. I ended up getting the rose, I think it was the rose vanilla latte. And I am not a floral drinker at all. I like lavender and some things. I've never really liked rose vanilla lattes ever. But this latte is literally a solid 9 out of 10. Like, the rose is not super duper strong, and I think it really complements the coffee. I wish there was a little bit more of the vanilla taste, but it was literally so good. And one thing that I absolutely love about this coffee shop is it's like an actual farm. Like, I pretty much drove up and I saw there was like the coffee shop, but then there was also like, I don't know if it's like a farming ground area kind of, I don't know, I have some clips of it, but there's like a little like greenhouse, and then you can just see all these things that they're growing. And then like you go into the little coffee shop where you order, and they have like fresh vegetables, like fresh bouquets of flowers, like just super duper cute. And I'm pretty sure it's all like the stuff that they grow. And so it was just so cute, and the coffee was so good. So if you're ever in Mesa, Arizona, I definitely recommend that you go to Steadfast Coffee. Monday. I know I didn't film. You okay, Bentley? We're currently getting air put in my tires right now, but I know I didn't film too much after we went on our little hike and our little trail yesterday, and that's because I was literally so hey, Bentley, it's okay. I was literally so tired after the trail. It wasn't like super long. I think it was probably like 4 miles total, but I was literally so tired that I pretty much just went home after that and went to bed. But pretty much today is Monday. It is currently around like 7 or 8 and we're headed out to the Grand Canyon, which I'm super excited about. Obviously that's very touristy, but I've never been and I hear it's absolutely breathtaking and absolutely amazing. So I'm super excited to go and check that out. Michael's currently putting air in our tires because one of my tires is a little bit low on air. And then whenever Bentley can't see Michael, he always gets a little worried. So Bentley's back there. It's okay, buddy. He's just a little worried. But yeah, so we're pretty much gonna head out right now. I'm currently getting ready because we have a super duper busy day planned and I don't know how much time I'll be able to go ahead and chit chat for today. So I figured I would just go ahead and talk with you guys while I get ready for the day and kind of just catch you guys up on the trip this far. So I already put my primer on, just in case you're wondering, like, girl, why is your face so oily? I already put my SPF primer on, so that's why my face kind of looks like this. I believe the last time I filmed something was when I was kind of telling you guys, like, we were headed out for the Grand Canyon. Michael was putting air in my tires. Bentley was a little nervous because he couldn't see Michael. But pretty much it took us 5 hours to get to the Grand Canyon from where we were at because I mistakenly didn't realize that the Grand Canyon wasn't close to where we were staying. And I know what you're thinking, Sarah, why didn't you just find an Airbnb that was closer? I don't know. For some reason, I thought the Grand Canyon was like in the middle of Arizona. So pretty much the Grand Canyon was like 4 or 5 hours from where we were at. And it was like I don't know why, but the road trip to the Grand Canyon felt longer than the road trip from California to Arizona. So I was literally so exhausted yesterday that I did not film much of us on the way home or even after we got home, because pretty much after we got home, I literally went straight to bed. Like I showered, went straight to bed, and like knocked out at like 8. So that's why I didn't film too much yesterday. But the Grand Canyon was so beautiful. I know everybody says this, but I highly recommend going if you are in the Arizona area to go to the Grand Canyon because it was absolutely breathtaking. Like my brother and I were talking about this on the way home. Like we weren't really sure what we were expecting, but it wasn't that. Like it was just so beautiful. And I think for me, it was kind of like peaceful and relaxing. And like I'm gonna get a little deep real quick. But I love experiencing nature and I love experiencing like God's creation because I know like for me personally, like on the day-to-day, like I can get really anxious or I can really get in my own head. And I think it's just absolutely so nice to just go out in nature and to just see like God's creation and how powerful he is and just see all the beautiful things that he created. Like, I don't know. It's like when I see the Grand Canyon or I see the beach or like I just see all these things that God has created, I feel like it kind of makes me feel small and it makes me realize how great he is. And then I don't know, it just makes me want to pray. It makes me want to be like, you know what, God, like I surrender. Like you're the God that created the Grand Canyon. You're the God that created the earth. You're the God that created everything. And like, it's so silly of me to be worrying about these small things when I know I can trust you with it. It was absolutely a 10 out of 10 experience. I definitely recommend you going. Pretty much because we had a dog, we couldn't really go into the actual like canyon, which was okay because I did not want to go in. I was kind of like scared. Maybe next time, but I was like, no. And so pretty much we just walked the south trim of the Grand Canyon and there were a lot of other dogs there. So it was nice for Bentley to see the other dogs. It was nice to just kind of walk around. So that was yesterday, but for today's agenda, I'm super duper excited. Michael and I rented, I think they're called AVTs. It's like the outside, this is gonna sound so bad. It's like the outside cars that you can ride around in like the desert. We rented some of those with like this tour guide. And so I'm not quite sure if we're each getting our own ATV or we're riding in one together. I feel like we're gonna get our own. I don't really know. But we're going to go do that at 3. It's about an hour away, which isn't so bad. So we're going to leave around like 1, probably get lunch out there and do all of that. I am super duper excited for that. I've gone a couple times, so I'm not like super nervous. I know what to expect, but Michael's never been on AVTs. So I feel like this will be a really, really good experience. And I think it'll just be fun. Benny Burrito! Benny Burrito! Morning everybody, happy Wednesday. It is currently 7:30 in the morning and I am exhausted from the UTV off-roading yesterday. I think I got it wrong. I kept saying ATV yesterday in that clip and apparently I rented 2 UTVs. But at the last second, me being me, I got so scared. Not like super nervous, I know what to expect because there's such big vehicles, I know what to expect. And then there's like helmets and there were just all these goggles and stuff and I was like, I'm scared. Like, I'm afraid I'm gonna flip one of these things over. I've gone a couple times, I know what to expect. Like, I'm not gonna do it. So I chickened out, but I didn't chicken out of like going on the trail. I just chickened out of like driving my own. So I just was a passenger in Michael's. I don't really know what it's called, but it's like, it literally looks like a giant sock with like a little bit of it cut out so you could see. And then they gave you goggles, like I said, and then after that, they kind of like explained to everyone what the rules were, what we signed in the waiver, because they know that none of us read the waiver. And then after that, we each got into our UTVs and they kind of like taught us how to drive it, which is so, so nice because I know if Michael wasn't there and I had to drive UTV by myself, it is super duper helpful that someone would explain to me how to drive this thing because it is so intimidating looking. And then after that, we did like a guided tour. So the guide was in the front and then it was all of us who were there for those 2 hours. And then pretty much we would just go through these like private trails and like off-roading and stuff like that. And it was so much fun. And then at one point we went up to like a little lookout area and they kind of told us like the history of the desert that we were at. I can't remember the desert specifically where we were at, but I remember all the history of it. So it was really cool. It was really neat to just kind of be shown around by locals. But I was literally exhausted. Even though I didn't drive, there was just something about being on that trail, being in the sun. It was literally so hot. It was like 80 degrees. Just like being in that sun, I was just so, so tired. I want to go ahead and link the UTV off-roading company that we went with down below. I'm going to give them a 5-star review because they were literally so, so good, so, so helpful, especially when I chickened out at the last second, when I messed something up with like our booking. Like, I was a hot mess, but they were so, so nice about it, so, so gracious. So if you're looking to do any kind of like ATV or UTV off-roading, I'll go ahead and link them in the description box below. But anyways, like I was saying before, today's our last day, so pretty much we already have the car and everything loaded. I think I'm gonna grab a coffee and then we're gonna walk Bentley for a little bit, grab some breakfast, and then we're gonna head out to California. I am so, so sad because I've absolutely loved Arizona. And honestly, I think I loved Arizona more than I was originally expecting to. But yeah, I'm really sad that we're leaving. I really don't want to leave. And I told Michael, I was like, every week of Thanksgiving, because it's the week of Thanksgiving that we're here, we should go to the same Airbnb. We should go to Arizona every year, do a road trip, bring Bentley. So I think we're gonna make this a tradition. Okay guys, so as a nice ending / surprise to this vlog, I figured I would give you guys what you want, even though nobody's asked for it, and that is a Culver's food review. So if you guys don't know what Culver's is or the hype around it, pretty much I have been obsessed with That's the Point podcast. And if you don't know who hosts that, that's Kristen Johns and then her friend John Volk. And anyways, basically they live in Tennessee. Kristen was pregnant or is pregnant, and she was talking about how she went to Culver's and how it was the best food ever. And ever since then, everybody has just been on this whole rave about how good Culver's is. Well, I live in Southern California and we don't have a Culver's there. So when I knew we were coming to Arizona, I was like, Michael, we need to try Culver's. So pretty much last night from on our way home from the UTVs, we tried going to Culver's, and I'll just go and insert this clip to explain what happened.
Can we get 2 butter burgers with cheese, and then just I guess a meal with 2 large Cokes, and then or 1 large root beer, 1 large Coke, and then just 2 large fries.
Extra crispy.
We're actually out of our beef patties.
Oh. And
They
so
have nothing.
And so pretty much since we couldn't get Culver's last night, we figured on our way home we would stop off at a Culver's and go ahead and do a review. So pretty much we ordered John's review, which is a large deluxe butter burger with extra crispy fries. And so we're just gonna go and give you guys our review of Culver's because I think it's gonna be good. Bentley is very interested in what's going on, but he can't have any. Okay, so these are the extra crispy fries. They smell good. Look at Bentley. He's like, he wants them so bad. It's so bad. Okay.
It's in like a box.
Oh, we got a double patty. Okay.
That's what he said. Right?
I think so, yeah. Look at Bentley. He's all about this. Hi, buddy. I can't give you any, honey. He's not happy about it. Okay. So this is what it looks like. I hear it's freshly made to order. So we're gonna do a little cheers. We're gonna say our prayers, and then we'll go ahead and take a taste test. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we'll pray real quick. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Yo, that is bomb, yo.
I give this a solid 10 out of 10.
Bro, this is 10 out of 10.
I do agree with what John said. This is way better than In-N-Out, way better than Shake Shack, way better than McDonald's, and we all know how much I love McDonald's.
Yeah, they seasoned this patty.
This is a 10 out of 10. I would say that this is the best meal we've had in Arizona. Would you agree?